Hey there folks, put these over here. Hey, thanks for joining us. Yes, you probably wonder what happened to me. Well, maybe you didn't. Anyway, I was, just been a bit busy just of late. Doing things I've already done videos on, you know. Just had a batch of tankards that I've been making over the last week or so. So I've done, I don't know how many videos on tankards, so I didn't think I would, you know, upload any clips on that. But anyway, just thought I'd bring you in on what I'm doing here today. That is, had an idea, something I've never done before, and that is to make like a pottery tumbler. You know, the equivalent of like a glass tumbler. And so yeah, you can see here what I'm about here. Didn't want to make them dead straight, just straight cylinders. Didn't want to give them too much of a belly either. Very slightly flared lip. A little bit brought in narrow at the base. So that's what I sort of what I came to in my mind. Yeah, it's, you know, when you're designing something from scratch, or you know, you're setting out to make something, you need to think of all the, you know, practical considerations. Because I want to be able to make them fairly quickly, to be able to sell them cheaply. There's no handles attached or anything. Okay, so let's start. 1 pound, no, not a pound of clay, 14 ounces of clay these are, and I throw them about 6 inches tall. Okay, width, because I know someone will ask me. Width is approximately about 3 inches at the top, okay? Across the top there. So, let's go. Yeah, well, I hope you've all been practicing. Well, that goes without saying, doesn't it, of course? If you don't practice, it ain't going to happen. So basically, I am here using the same skills that one would need to throw a cylinder, you see. It's one of the tool shapes, so we need the skills for throwing a cylinder to be able to do this. They're pretty easy to throw. If you can throw a cylinder, you can throw these. I didn't want them to be heavy feeling, so they're quite reasonably finely thrown, if you know what I mean. The trick is just getting the belly, but it's a very bit of a subtle belly, you know, it's not very pronounced. So, throwing stick. Be careful when you put your throwing stick in at the bottom of a pot, because you can throw it off center, like I just did. So using the side of my throwing stick just to clean away the slurry. So you really want these to be wider here across the belly than the top, ideally. I'll just get this one off, and then we'll do another one together, and I'll bring the camera close. So, nice fine lip, you see. Yeah, this one I've just done has not got enough belly quite, actually. But that's alright, we'll put him there and we'll do another. And yeah, he's a little slender, that one. Well, okay. Let's see, where can we get the best angle? Let me just move this tripod. Maybe I can sneak this side of the chimney here. We can come in there like that. How about that? We'll give that a try. Okay. Oh. Yeah, that last one wasn't not quite enough belly. So get your clay well centered, break in, open the clay out. Now some people, when they open the clay out, they've been taught to put both thumbs in like this and start pulling out, one angle going, one going this way, one going that way, you know? That's not a good way. You're really better off opening out, I think, with using one hand here, using these fingers and just going from the center to the outside. Just mention that because, you know, I see people here in this room, you know, doing workshops, and it's key, isn't it, how you open out the clay after you've actually got it centered. You can knock it off center along the way. Okay, so keeping it conical, keeping it in at the top, okay? Nicely watered. Put the water there like that, you see, so it runs down both fingers like that. And then put your hand there to spread the water everywhere. Okay. Now I'm getting down underneath the clay, lifting up a nice bulge of clay. Going for the gauge. Down at the bottom here, pushing in now, grabbing the clay, pulling it up and out very slightly as I go. Okay. They're a bit of a challenge to make because they're tall and thin, you know. Okay, I'm just about up to the gauge, so I'm just going to narrow it, otherwise I'm going to hit the gauge. I'm looking for the shape, casting my eye down the side here of the pot, you see. That's no, still a fraction under 6 inches. We want to get it up a touch more. Yeah. Well, I can hear the wind getting up behind me out there. I think we're going to have a rain now. So, there we are. Use my throwing stick. Just gently go down the side here. Don't be too aggressive, otherwise you will knock it off centre. Anything you do at the bottom, you see, down here, is magnified up at the top. Put a bevel in underneath. Okay, now I'm going to use the side here. And the best way to use this is slightly at an angle like that when you apply the stick, you see. I find. Although this is, as it's got a curved surface. So just, you see that there, take that slurry off. Sponge stick. Get yourself a sponge stick. Chamois. So you're just going to lay the chamois over the edge. Don't push down, just lay it over. Like that. Alright. How's that looking? How's that looking? Let's have a look. Yeah, well, the subtleties of the form are not that easy to see from up there. I'm going to bring it down a bit. So, possibly, these other ones that I've done here, you can get a sort of idea. So, yeah, I'm thinking I want him in a little bit at the top, you see. This is where I ruin it. It's where the gauge can get in the way a little bit when you Alright, that'll do. We won't fiddle with him anymore. So, you see, you don't want it wider at the top than in the belly, because when they go into the cupboard, you want the bellies to touch, not the lips on the top. Alright? So you've got a little bit of gracefulness in the shape. It's not just a straight cylinder. very gentle curve from here going down, you see. And then it comes in a little bit here, there's a sort of neck here, isn't there? And then it very slightly flares out. And it's got a thinnish lip here, quite thin, so it's nice to feel in the mouth. So, yeah, here comes the wind and the rain, I guess. Yeah, there's nothing worse, is there, when putting something to your mouth to drink out of and it's a thick lip. Really want to avoid thick lips. Alright. Fairly fine lip. Oh. Okay. Pull back the camera. Hang on. So yeah. Hey, thanks for joining us, folks. It's not. I know it's not a perhaps very interesting demo, but well, there's always something to learn, isn't there? And I like making repeat items, you know. So I've got more lumps there. I'm going to fill the whole board here with these tumblers, and I'm looking forward to using them. I'm looking forward to putting my kombucha tea in one of these and drinking it, or my cold lemonade. So what I'm going to do is probably I'm playing around with different kinds of decoration. Here's one. I'm using some white slip, you see. So I'm doing this kind of hackamy white slip on there first, and then it'll be bisque fired, then it'll be have a transparent glaze, maybe with some iron oxide. Sort of, some of them will be like that, they won't all be like that. So please visit my website, simonleachpottery.com, and yeah, you'll see there our gallery. We have an Etsy shop there, and we're going to have a few things coming through the kiln soon now, so got to get these guys bisque fired. I've got tankards, boards of tankards, got some more over there, tankards over there, tankards over there. So yeah, so have a go at making a tumbler. 14 ounces of clay, 6 inches high, 3 inches at the top. And don't forget, keep practicing. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.